Hello, YouTube. I would like to show you guys a game that I found very recently called Sunless Sea. Now, this game is quite unique. For those of you who have played FTL, just think of it kind of like a slower paced version of that, but it's unique in its storytelling and the world that it's in. Now, this game, Sunless Sea, was made by the guys who made a browser game called Fallen London. Fallen London was a unique, strange game, but it was very, very, very well written. It's hard to explain what it was. Basically, imagine if Victorian London, a little bit of steampunk was dragged under the earth by London was invaded by an army of bats, and it was dragged under the earth. And sure enough, that's where Fallen London comes in, and they found a way to live under the ground. But they also found this. This was the Sunless Sea. It was a huge expanse of ocean underneath the world, like underneath Earth, and it's an interesting concept. It's got like Lovecraftian like horror elements and stuff like that, and yeah, I'll just play a bit of it and hopefully you guys will have a look. Start a new game, yes. Now this game has a lot of sort of readings, and this is a captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. It now lies a mile below the surface. That's not important. What's important is the vast black sea beyond London, a sea which is yours to explore. Now we can choose a past wreathed in shadows, which we'll decide later, or I can choose my own past. I'm going to choose my own past. Decide who you are and what you want to be. Who are you? Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the undersea. But who are you before? I can either go a street urchin, a poet, a veteran, a priest, or a natural philosopher. These will give bonus to your stats, and instead of like normal stats like strength, dexterity, and all that, you have hearts, which is your healing and your defending ability. Veils, which is your speed and your stealth, your pages, which is your practical knowledge, your mirrors, which is your perception and detection, and iron, which is your destruction ability. And you also have crews over here, 8 out of 10. I'm going to choose street urchin, which gives me a bonus in veils. Alright. A street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall, and you took to the sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. The last big score was big enough to buy a ship. Your friend, another Longshanks, known a little of gunnery, but only a little, she can help. So I get my first officer, Longshanks gunner, which increases my iron skill by 1. Alright, and now we have choose an ambition. This is our winning. We get to choose our own winning condition. Right now most of them are locked, but we have fulfillment, gather 100 tales and learn you can from the sea, write a masterpiece, then retire. Or wealth, you know how it is to be poor, now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. I'm gonna go with wealth because it fits in with the urchin ideal. To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion, and retire. Now, last scrap of paperwork. Captain, the irregularity of the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know what term to address you as. Madame, Sir, Citizen, my lord, my lady, or Captain. I will be a captain. Thank you. Captain will do perfectly well ashore as well as sea, thank you. And now I get to choose my face. We have a nice series of gentlemen here. I'm thinking I either want to do the Nah, I'll do this. No. I'll definitely pick that. That's more of a Veils look for my character. And he will be Angelo. Accept. Alright. We can... There's still a lot to do right here, so we're going to take a look. We'll take a look at London. Here we can take a look at the Admiral Survey Office, the university. Just take a look at the docks and all that stuff. Hire more crew if I want to. I think I'm going to go to London and just visit the Admiralty office. Basically, the Admiralty picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays the captains a small sum for recent information. Is there anything in particular they need? Yep. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company Fungi Station northeast of London. Alright. So, that being said, you can come here, get your missions, and when you're ready, you can go, you then launch, and you start making your way. You move around with W, A, S, and D, as in you turn your boat and stuff like that. Over here you have your hunger, up here. You also have your engine temperature. If it gets too high, your engine will burn up. And you have terror. That being said, I really like the music for this game. Terror increases because, well, it's an extremely... The world of Fallen London is dark. And I'm just heading northeast. But you can see Hunter's Keep, Fallen London, and all like that. Fallen stone, and random events like this will happen from time to time. Now and then, rocky fragments fall from the roof of the Neath. The decks of older ships are pocketed with scars, and the sound is one no landlubber knows, and no sailor will ever forget. This one has smashed the glass of the deck binnacle. Ill omen, one sailor cries. The god in the roof, Storm is angry. Do nothing. Storm is one of the three nameless gods of the sea and observe superstition, or make a sacrifice to avert misfortune. In the stories, Storm is the noisiest, angriest, and least rational of the Z gods. Better not take chances. I'll lose one supply, but hopefully it'll keep this god off my back. Your sailors know the words. They mumble. You mumble them. A gift of wine and fish is suitable, marked with the captain's blood. Ow. Bound with copper wire and cast overboard from below. The package bobs for a moment, then is sucked beneath the deep. You have lost terror. You have won stone, storm, and salt. You have won storm's attention. That's probably not good, because the last thing we need is to get storm's attention. You've pushed your engines too far, too fast. A sailor's scream flies, flames rage. Oh shit, I just started a fire. Okay. This is going to be a tough challenge, and hopefully I can solve it quickly. Do what you can. Everywhere, hot metal and burning flesh. Hold on and pray. You've lost one crew member. You've lost 14 hull. And I failed in the challenge. Oh, great. That being said, this is a simple game, but it is a beautiful looking game. Shepherd's Island. I don't think... Is there a map? There is a map. I think I'll start heading north. I've headed a bit too far east, I think. But yeah, the world of Fallen London is a very unique and beautiful one, actually. I feel personally, and I honestly like it a lot. This pirate is following me, and he's probably going to catch up with me. Nope. Hopefully, I'll avoid it. Hopefully I'll be able to find the actual station soon. I saw the light over there. That's probably a lighthouse. So I could probably ask them for help. Because before, like, this is a huge city under the huge expanse of land and stuff like that. And now we finally have combat. A bat swarm has come to fight us. They may leave scars, but they're only vermin. I will attack them. Now, from what I've gathered in this game, you have different types of abilities to use when you're attacking. Attacking, illuminating, evading, or miscellaneous. Illuminating increases your accuracy, because it's pitch black down here. So, yep, I'll start working on that, and hopefully, and I'll start with 2 Seeks and then follow it up with a normal salvo, and hopefully that'll kill those bats. Now I understand a game like this might not be, like, perfect for everyone, but it's a very unique world, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And it requires illumination 50 for me to fire a salvo. And I fired and I killed those bats. Now, little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes into the nethery dark. Record any observations or gather up the corpses. They are sufficient. They are succulent with stolen blood. Into the pot. Yes. I have gained 1 extra supply. So that at least pays up for my my sacrifice into Storm, the undersea god. And here we go with other bats as well. Now that I know that bats give supply, I'm actually not as unsure about them now, because now I know that I'll definitely get something out of this. It's a very slower paced game to FTL, but FTL was a good game, but I just find this world a lot more interesting. I'll put those into the pot as well. That's Moody's Light. I'll just keep heading east, and hopefully I'll find the Iron and Misery fungal station. Since the collapse of London, mushrooms and all that have been used for quite a few things after the collapse. Since they found that the hold on, this might be it. Iron and Misery fungi station. Yep, this is it. Fungus has been used for a lot of things in this world of fallen London. Alcohol and stuff like that, and everything else. Okay. We are at Dimaksu Island. Iron and Misery Company Funging Station. Hold on. Sorry guys. Getting a bit of a sore throat here. Iron and Misery has a funga operation here. Felling giant Bulgarian shrooms for the building materials, harvesting Kirill for its medicinal purposes. Yes. Mushrooms are used for a lot of things in this world. Harvesting Kirill. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable Factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visiting. Thank God for visitors. We'll go quite mad out here otherwise. Ha ha ha, quite mad. How can we be of assistance? I will give the pass sign to the affable Factor. The Admiralty asks that you bring back strategic information. This is your contract, yes? I give the pass sign to him. A strange smile. Yes, yes, I have it here. Courier ship to Mount Palmerston stopped off to resupply. Tell the Admiralty. Tell them I miss my children. Tell them I can't take it here much longer. The spores, the dark. Poor man's going mad. I can have tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs the company and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. I'll do that. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale and the tea tastes a little mouldy. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about Gant Pole where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principals of Coral and the infestations of Featherhaven. He also has a load of Bagulus frond carded aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of this stuff I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know, but one has to eat rather a lot of it first. Now, I've been given fragments, which is basically experience points. You can turn fragments into secrets, which are just level ups. I've also gained supplies. That was the fungus he brought aboard. I've lost 2 terror, so I at least am calming down, and that's all for now from him. I'm gonna head back to London right now. Hopefully. Sorry. Launch and head off. Take a quick look at my map. Hunter's Keep is on the way, so maybe I'll drop by there. Just for a little bit. It's a very, somber game. Like, there's a lot of darkness, a lot of melancholy, but... Alright, I'm just checking my terror right here. The Z is wide and dark. Terror is increasing. Okay. There's a lot of, melancholy, and, even though it's Fallen London is just a simple browser game, it's written so well that it's honestly one of the best games I've ever seen. Something awaits you in port. Huh, okay. I just got a little notification there. I always hit those rocks. And that's Low Barrett. The city under the sea. That's actually pretty cool. Hopefully okay, hopefully that part isn't gonna end up catching me. But I'll slow down a bit to turn and dock here at Hunter's Keep, a quiet isle and a grand old house. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship to its sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. I can present myself at the house. They would have heard your ship come in. Why hide? Question mark. I can walk into the garden, take a couple of burly sailors with you just in case the gardens are tranquil in the moonlight. Or I can spy on the house. Or I can reconcile. I think I'll spy on the house a bit. My Veil's quality gives me 100% chance of success, so I'll just do that. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through the half-open French window into a grand parlour, grand in size if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says. The piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eye from the keyboard. Hush! We don't speak of it. She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. I get fragments? I know something of Hunter's Keep. Okay, I'll just present myself at the house then. Knock and enter. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where the three young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare, and you are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Ooh, I can have luncheon with the sisters Cynthia, Lucy, Phoebe, or I can give them news. I need to get recent news before I can do that. Cynthia, the eldest, melancholic, pensive, or occasionally dramatic. Lucy is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Phoebe, soft-voiced, watchful, but unpredictable. I think we'll talk to Lucy. Lucy leans over to you and whispers to you, confidentially, a complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Awesome. I've lost hunger, I've gained supplies, and I'm acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep. Awesome. And I've lost terror. Alright, that's good to know. I think with that, I'll head back to Fallen London. The writing in this game, like, I've only played a tiny bit of it, but if the writing is anything like the one in, like, the Fallen London browser game, this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can use a flare which illuminates an enemy, but also illuminates the attacker. I'll do Seek a bit, and then I'll launch a flare, and then use a normal salvo. No. I'll use Seek 3 times, and then normal salvo. Okay. The last thing I want to do right now is just die. He's using a flare, so... that might do a bit. I've hit the hull with a salvo, and he's going to use a devastating salvo, so... ooh, that's bad. He's going to try to invade. Alright. Okay, the ship is yours. What will you do with her? I can loot her, so she's a vile old beast, and the Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. I can send her home with a prize crew. 2 sailors should be enough for a skeleton crew, and she's fast enough to avoid most trouble. Um, I'm going to try that. I'm going to send her back. And I was fortunate. Alright. I'm going to start heading off before those bats get to me. My hull's taken enough damage as it is. That devastating salvo really did do a number on it. But if these bats catch me... No, the bats have gone away. I'm just saying, if the bats caught me, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. Whoa, don't want to run straight into the wall of London. But now that I'm here, hopefully the terror... Now that I'm back in familiar waters, the terror isn't gonna get to my sailors, and hopefully while I'm here I can take a look and see if there's anything to stop it. But I'll come back, I'll hand in my information. Okay, returning to London. All the clatter and songs at the dockside, it soothes your soul. Are there messages for you? I'll check. Let's see, that's all for now. Someone wants to sign on, and something has changed underneath. Okay. I'll go to London. I'll visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Yes. Strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he staples his fingers and pretends calm. Here we are. I now have 1+ Admiralty Favour. I've earned 150 echoes, which is currency, but I've lost the strategic information. Good, so here you go. And I think that's all for today. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys too much, but like I said, it's FTL, but a bit slower, and I really enjoy the world of Fallen London, so be sure to give a like, favorite, subscribe if you want, and hopefully if you guys want to see more of this, I'll put up more, but if not, maybe I'll just upload another video here or there. And yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.